Hey guys, it's your girl Iris with the Essence of Iris channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just got in from work and I just decided to jump on right quick because I had a story that I want to share. And this story is going to show courage, following your instinct, doing it anyway, in spite of the surrounding circumstances. Not really thinking, just acting for survival, in survival mode. This story is about instinct, and it also is about building and re-establishing your right relationship with yourself, reconnecting, learning to surrender to that still small voice within you. You may have thought of something in the past where in hindsight, you know now that you should have listened to that still small voice and you said, man, my first mind, I should have did what I thought about the first time, but you were distracted or you dismissed it, only to find out that that was your help. So, with that being said, I'm going to tell you a story about me following my instinct. It saved me and my son. My instinct saved us. So here we go. It is up north. The houses there, a duplex or a two-family flat. This house was the bottom level, had the front door in the front and a porch. The second level, they had to go in the back of the house and a flight of stairs to get to their home. But the front upstairs, it was a balcony. So they could go on a balcony, but it had to be through the window, or I don't know if it was a door there or not. Anyway, here I was about 19 years old. I had a toddler that was about 2 years old. And I was engaged. So that weekend, my fiance went out of town. And I wanted to know what it felt to be kind of independent. I never was in a house alone. So I left and stayed over there for the weekend. That was my intentions, me and my boy. So it started off good. We hung out, me and my boy. We just played, watched movies, go for a walk, and whatever mothers and sons do at that age. So we eventually got ourselves ready for bed, cleaned up, got ready for bed. And I usually sleep with the door closed. So the door was closed. And for some reason, about 2 o'clock in the morning, 2-ish, I don't know if something startled me. I don't remember the full details, but I know I woke up because I'm a light sleeper. Well, I saw a shadow underneath the door because I left the dining room light on. And you can call me Scary Mary back then. I just didn't have too much courage to do anything. But anyway, I saw the shadow under the door. And in my mind, I wasn't thinking anything but it must be a rat standing on his hind feet. So that was, in my mind, that's what it was to me. So lo and behold, I'm scared at this point. There's nobody there, just me and my boy. So I had the window up, so I just stepped out of the window and sat on the porch from the bed. But then I decided, no, let me make sure I get rid of this thing. So I grabbed the shoe off the floor. I threw the shoe at the door and I said, get away from that door, rat. And the shadow did not move. So I'm thinking the next level is the rat is going to push up against the door and he's going to come in there and he's going to bite my son because my son was still in the bed. Like I said, I was on the balcony on a chair and I had on a white teddy. It was summertime. It wasn't a bottom. It was all the way up to my hips. I was young. So I sat on the porch and I kept looking and looking and thinking, if that rat comes in here, he's going to bite my boy. So immediately my heart told me to get my son. I pulled his leg. He was asleep. I put him on my lap. And less than 5 seconds, the door was pushed open. And there were 2 men standing right there. OMG. I was scared out of my wits. But I had my son. Immediately, I started screaming and I was on my way. I knew I had to go. There was nowhere to go except for over the balcony. So, in all of that excitement and adrenaline, I had my boy, and just so happened there were two men sitting on the porch down the street, sitting on the porch just talking. I didn't know these guys, but when I was screaming, they came to my rescue. And they said immediately, don't jump. I was climbing down with no shoes on, with no plan, just go. I handed them my boy, then they helped me down. And through all that commotion, the neighbor downstairs, she woke up and came outside and asked what was going on and just wondered what was all that commotion going on. So she had a blanket when she saw that I was pretty much indecent. She wrapped me and my boy with the blanket. And the police was called and they took us home to my mom's house. Now, that story could have turned out a lot of different ways if I had not listened to my instinct and then acted on it. This story could have been, I could have been here, but I could have been damaged mentally, emotionally, physically. Those images playing in my head. I could have been injured. I could have died. My son could have been hurt, but my son was asleep the whole time. He doesn't even remember that. So I want us in this community to think about the core of why we're here, why we keep showing up, what we're building. We are building resilience. We are building courage. We are building tenacity. We are building ourselves by trusting ourselves. Listen to that voice that's trying to help us and gaining strength and doing that hard thing anyway. I cannot tell you what was going through my mind except for I have to live. And if I wouldn't have acted, there was no time to think about anything. I'm so grateful that I pulled my son out at the time, because if I had not, it would have been a whole different story. But it's not. So because I listened to my instinct and I acted, I'm here today to tell you this story. And I want for you and myself and our community to take those things that could have taken us out, stand on that thing, and remember that you're still here. You did not fall to the wayside. You had an experience. That experience can break you or make you. And all of my experiences, I chose to allow them to build me up because I'm still standing. So I am grateful that I listened to myself. It didn't make sense at the time, but I listened and then I acted. So we're going to take time to get reconnected with ourselves and start listening and getting a relationship and trusting that still small voice within that's on your side that wants the very best for you. So, yes, this is a true story. Yes, I ended up being okay, and so is my son. And yes, I survived it. And yes, I did it anyway. So I thank you guys for helping me build this community. We have so many different things that we may have experienced in life, but that's not the end. It's only the end when we say it's the end. And I don't say it's the end yet. If I had not acted at that time, I wouldn't be here to tell the story. I wouldn't be here to help build this community, which I need you guys to help as well. So in order for us to continue to build, leave your comments, share your stories. What did you do? And sometimes some of these things you may need some help. You may need some therapy. I've had that too. And I will continue to get therapy when I need it. So it's nothing to be ashamed of. Follow your instinct, listen to your heart, get reconnected with you, and love on you. I thank you guys so much for your support. I thank you for keep coming back. If it's your first time here, please consider subscribing, giving thumbs up, and share, and leave your comments. Thank you so much. My tribe.